Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to do a review of a homemade birthday card I made. I made this for my nephew, and as you take a look inside, let's say I highlighted this. What I did first is I took this material inside. Actually, inside in between, there's actually press paper. So I take the paper a few times, 3 or 4 times, until you get it to the size that that you fold it that you want it to be. I stitched the material around it. See the stitching? I started with the inner layer, of course, first, and then I stitched the second fabric with the edges folded in so that you wouldn't, the edges that weren't actually straight on this material whenever I put it on. And I kind of made it look like a book with the edges. Sometimes how the old books, how they come out a little bit further. I put Velcro straps on here. See, I stitched this in a little too much. You want to do a nice little square on the outside. You'll see on this one right here. It's nice and around the square box. So whenever you go to put it together, it won't want to stick right. So that's why I put the second one on. Just kind of winged it. For this other piece, I cut fleece material and I glued it on with a glue gun to make it match the size that I wanted. And just overlapped it. You don't have to be, it goes on there pretty good. You can use fabric glue if you wanted, but I just use regular glue gun glue. And I got the cake I painted on. I looked online for a design of how I wanted my cake to be. The material that you see in between there, this material is seeping through a little bit, but it's decent. Like if you saw it in person, it's not as noticeable, but it still looks nice. I painted on all this designs. And it's supposed to be a party hat. See the paint still seeped through, but I still think it looks kind of decent. And you could do this with, you could take any kind of paper actually, and you fold it enough times so that it gives it enough thickness so that it's not bending too much. This one doesn't bend too much because it's pressed paper. It's different kind of paper. The normal paper has more of a thickness to it because on one side it has a silicone base treatment to it, so it makes it a little bit sturdier to use to make a card. And the edges up here are actually folded in and stitched over. I could have hid them if I would have brought the material out a little bit more. I could have hid the border edges more. But this is my first time making a card like this. I haven't made, I used to make cards all the time when I was a kid. Out of paper cards, but nothing like sewed material. I may make one in the future. I'm not sure yet of how to do it, just to show you different ways to do it. You want to watch your different kind of needles if you're going to sew it with a sewing machine, because there's a thicker needle you might want to use, because sometimes, I had a problem with the thread breaking during sewing.